Is the Barnier government then living its last few hours? Is collapse now imminent for this French government?
It does seem so, Tom, that the collapse of this Barnier government is almost inevitable if the National Rally joins forces with the left-wing alliance, because they will have a majority to support this vote of no confidence, which should happen by Wednesday night or Thursday morning. So Michel Barnier might be the shortest-lived Prime Minister of the French Fifth Republic since World War II, really. And it doesn't seem like there is any way out unless he does manage to get about 2/3 of the socialists to abstain from this vote of no confidence. But at the moment, the socialists have said that they will also support it. So it does seem that the collapse is inevitable. Until the last minute, Michel Barnier tried to respond to the request of Marine Le Pen in the middle of the afternoon on Monday. In fact, the markets rebounded when Michel Barnier announced that he was giving up on reducing drug reimbursement, which was one of the key demands by Marine Le Pen. But even that, she said that wasn't enough. At the last minute, she wanted to add an amendment on raising all pensions from January. And according to the Budget Ministry, this amendment came too late, couldn't be included in the bill. So Michel Barnier had no choice but to provoke himself this vote of no confidence. It's actually ironic because at the moment, Emmanuel Macron is in Riyadh on a trip to Saudi Arabia with some ministers, and those ministers might actually come back tomorrow without a job.
Yeah, it's quite a moment, isn't it? And you talk about the short-lived tenure then of Michel Barnier, potentially, if this government is toppled. And that kind of has flashbacks for us in the UK around Liz Truss and the short-lived premiership here in the UK. So what happens next then, Caroline, if this government is toppled this week?
So what happens next? Then Emmanuel Macron, the president, will have to name a new prime minister. He could actually rename Michel Barnier, who will de facto remain as a caretaker until a new prime minister is named. And that could take a while. Remember, after the snap elections in July, because there is no majority in parliament, it took 2 months for Emmanuel Macron to choose a prime minister. Now, whether Emmanuel Macron will actually turn to the center-left this time, like we were expecting last time, that remains to be seen. Whether this alliance of the left could still break up with part of the center-left joining forces with the right wing, but that seems like a long way out. So some MPs from the left are actually calling for Macron to resign. This would obviously be a bad scenario for the markets, but it is clearly a scenario that is not totally off the table at the moment. Some opposition parties are also saying that Marine Le Pen is not very acting rationally since her trial. You know, she is on trial for alleged embezzlement of EU public funds. The verdict is expected on March 31st, but she risks being banned from running for office for 5 years, which would make her miss the 2027 presidential election. So according to our own Bloomberg economics analyst, they actually say that Le Pen, at this moment, might prefer political chaos to stability.